Today's video is brought to you by Antronics, a Penn-Ohio media partner.
All right, guys, I'm sitting here with Jeff Straitiff here at CLC in beautiful Phoenix, Arizona. What do you think about this weather?
Beautiful palm trees, lights. It's beautiful.
It couldn't be any better. Well, they could take a little bit of that wind away, but we're happy with it, right?
For sure.
We'll take it. So Jeff, just starting off, first of all, thanks again for taking the time to sit here with me. And we're going to be talking a little bit about, of course, CLC, a little bit about the chapter, a little bit about yourself. And if it's okay, I kind of like to start off with yourself. So if you don't mind, could you give me kind of an overview of where you've come from your career, and what you've done, what you've maybe liked and disliked from things that you were doing or have done?
Yeah, so I've been with my company, Armstrong Cable, for I think my 18th year. Started out like a lot of us did in the homes, on my hands and knees, installing cable boxes, digital converters, modems.
Were you an installer?
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
awesome.
So that I did that for a long time, and progressed through my career to be a system tech. So drove the bucket trucks around. Something, again, it's a natural progression in this industry. Something you look forward to being able to accomplish.
Sure.
But yeah, and then 2021, somewhere around that, COVID's makes that time frame a little foggy, but an opportunity came up in my company to become a trainer. Something that I did organically in my position was, if I can make other people smarter, it's going to make my job easier.
Sure.
I often use the phrase that a selfish teacher is the best teacher, right?
Mm-hmm.
I want to do it for myself, but I'm helping other people, type of thing. So yeah, I've been in that role for about 2.5 years now, and super rewarding. And during that time in that role, I got the opportunity to join the Penn-Ohio Chapter as a board member. I was asked to be an associate member, which quickly led to a position on the board as a secretary.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so
Very good.
that's kind of how I ended up in beautiful Arizona.
There you go, buddy. So how do you find yourself as far as on the board? What do you do on the board, and where do you want to see the chapter go? What's important to you, per se?
Yeah, so I'm the secretary on the board. I keep all the important notes from the meetings and all that fun stuff, right? Not the stuff that, it's all volunteer. You have to love it. You have to want to see the board succeed, obviously. You want to make sure that those that come after you are going to succeed and have a good opportunity to do so. So you lay a foundation, you become a mentor. It's a 2-year term for me. This is my 2nd year. I want to make the next person that comes in better than I was.
Sure.
So it helps the future of our board.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
So Jeff, you mentioned your career and where you've gone, or where you came from, where you're at today. A question for you that a lot of technicians, let's say, you said you were an installation tech at one point.
Yeah.
You got typically, I know there's more, but typically installation, service, maintenance, head-in, that type of thing.
Yep.
What would you say, if you could, there's a lot of people who want to grow their career, such as you have. What's some advice you could give those people on how to grow their career and get into a management position and actually grow in telecommunications? What would you say some good things for them to think about?
Yeah, the first thing I would say is don't get scared, right? A lot of people don't want to go back to school because it's scary. Well, there's other opportunities, other avenues you can take. A lot of our companies are so great with tuition reimbursement, but there's also things just like the SCTE, taking courses, just gaining knowledge on things, becoming better at your job by doing that. And again, not to overuse the term, but organically things happen, and you'll see that hard work pay off. And I've seen it time and time again. So many people have taken advantage of, like I said, not just tuition reimbursement, but the other avenues that are available just to make themselves a better cable tech, and other people will recognize that. And when you get that recognition, your chances of, getting that promotion, are much greater, much greater.
I like that. So does that also come, just out of curiosity, does that also come with never turning down an opportunity to learn. So if you're a cable guy traditionally and you haven't learned a lot about fiber, would you say, hey, when those things come up, grab onto them and learn them, because that'll make you just more well-rounded?
There's so many good things that just popped into my brain right there. But a very smart engineer from my company that's now retired once said, we reserve the right to get smarter.
I
Right?
love it.
Why, if somebody says, oh, we're never going to be doing that, there's a good possibility that you're going to be doing that, right? Being in the industry, so learning a little bit about it now could really help you a lot in the future. So yeah.
That's great. That's great. Excellent, guys. If you're hearing it firsthand from the man, so I'm telling you, pay staunch attention. He's giving you the blueprints on how to grow your career inside of telecommunications. That's great, Jeff. Thank you so much.
For sure. You're welcome.
So here's a question for you. This goes maybe into a little bit of the personal side, but tell us a little bit about you, like kind of maybe some things, hobbies, what you like to do outside the, work can be a grind. We may love our jobs, but it's always nice to break away, recharge the soul, the battery inside of us. What are some things that you really like to do that stand out? It's like, I like to golf, or I like to drag race. Well, what are those things?
Yeah, golf's definitely on the list. I think that, I'm a little bit jealous of some of the guys that brought their clubs out here to Arizona, but sports fan, being Pittsburgh area native, I'm a huge sports fan. Hockey's my number one love in that realm. But I'm also, I guess you say, being from Western Pennsylvania, kind of a country boy. I love to hunt. That's my real passion, hunting, and we eat a lot of venison in my house, a lot of venison jerky. So that's really what my wife hunts as well. So yeah, that's really our go-to. It's such a relaxing get away from everything for a little bit. Hey, we love cable, we love tech stuff,
yes,
but there's nothing better than sitting up in that tree stand, and I don't care if I see a deer or in a blind see a turkey. It's that mind-clearing time out in nature that it really drives me to be a hunter.
Oh, I love that. That's awesome. And guess what? Before we leave, I'm gonna be giving
sure.
you my address, and I'll expect a little bit of venison to show up on my front doorstep.
You bet, man. Absolutely, John.
Appreciate you, brother. So let's go to CLC for a few minutes, if that's okay.
Sure.
So we're out here in beautiful Phoenix, Arizona, and Scottsdale.
Scottsdale's
yeah,
particular.
gorgeous out here.
Yeah, it is.
Love it. So you're going to be up on stage giving some seminar.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about what that seminar is and what specifically you're going to be talking about?
Yeah, so we're really going to be highlighting what we think is important for our chapter going forward. What's the future hold? How do we get training into the palms, right, of more people? And really, it's going to be in their phones. They want this training fast and easy. So we're really going to be highlighting our social media presence, particularly YouTube. That's where people go. And if we can get people to watch our videos or other chapters' videos on our channel to just, make it obtainable, right? You can't get butts in the seat everywhere all the time. So, if I want to fix a washing machine, I go onto YouTube. Yep. If I want to fix a, in-channel frequency response issue, I can go to YouTube now by going to the SCTE Penn-Ohio Chapter on YouTube.
So as far as for the topic here at CLC, it's more on social media and leadership, for that matter, or
it's innovating how we're getting technology into our chapters, right? And this is one of the ways we're going to do it, is really just harnessing the energy of the internet and what people are already doing. So I think it's a easy no-brainer for our chapter to make that a possibility.
Oh, that's great. That's great. So, and you'll be speaking soon, guys. Just so everybody's aware, these are going to be up on our YouTube, the SCTE Penn-Ohio YouTube, that we'll be putting these up here very soon. So make sure you come check out. We'll have the full deal of Jeff and Nicole, frankly, talking and going through a little bit of leadership and social medias and why they're important. But to your point, Jeff, you bring up a really, really good point. Social media is the wave of the future. In the room, just as a guesstimation, quick question for you. How many people do you think are going to be in the room tomorrow when you present?
Just looking around here, I would love to see. I haven't looked at the size of the room. I've been to some of these events before, and I usually get between 15 and 30, right?
15, 30.
I would love to see upwards of 50.
Yeah.
You know,
Let's say it went to 50 or 100 even for that matter. Now the beauty, as you know, of social media is you put
right,
this up on social media, how many people can it reach?
right. Yeah, that's an exponential type thing, right?
It
That's what
is.
happens. One person throws it up on their page. They have 400 followers on Facebook. Hey, check this out. I did something cool this week at the SCTE CLC. Man, what can that do for your chapter? How can you get that training out to everybody?
Mhm.
Just by sharing.
Just by sharing, and
By
you're sharing
sharing.
the wealth of knowledge, right,
Absolutely.
to a lot of different people and bringing your skill set and your knowledge to them. And then, like you said, from one to the next, and all of a sudden, you know, you got a video on fire, so to speak, out
Yeah,
there viral, going viral on the
absolutely.
net, which is great.
You know, we have a lot of great experts in our corner, a lot of great friends, a lot of great resources, if you will, and it the you know it's limitless what we can do if we could just we just need to get that over the hump,
Sure.
so to speak.
So, for another quick question for you, if you don't mind, is on the board, since you're a board member, what are some of the goals you'd like to see, going forward? It doesn't have to be all the board member goals per se, but what are some of the things you'd like to bring going forward to the chapter? Is that you'd like to see us reach out and do more for people, for technicians, and the like?
Yeah, I just think coming out of COVID, it's been tough. We've been really conditioned to Teams meetings, so people are used to being in front of their computer doing a meeting. But I like the in-person stuff. I don't want to get away from that, but I really want to drive home how we can get more training available. And that's really the goal of our chapter, is to make more training readily available to our followers, our members, we want to grow, obviously we want to grow membership. That's the biggest thing. Well, how do you do that? You put meaningful content out there that people want to see. They're going to want to be a part of this. So that's, one hand shakes the other in this situation.
Yeah. Oh, I like that. One hand shakes the other one. I might steal that from you.
Take
If
it.
that's okay.
It's all yours.
You said take it. That's all right. So another one that just kind of crossed my mind is, when you're thinking about social media, when you're thinking about the power of the chapter, and in the SCT in general, when we go across and we look at what the chapter is doing and we look at what the SCTE is doing in general, where do you think that there's stuff in the SCTE, and I don't just mean Penn-Ohio, but stuff in the SCTE in general that people don't know about, that, wow, oh, you should really know about this. It's there for you to use, but maybe it's not that marketed or talked about for that matter.
Yeah, I come across that when I share a lot of this stuff about the SD, how to become a member, how to use a Cable Labs all access membership, just logging in. Once you get in and click around, it's not like any other website. You have the educational side of this, and it lists the courses out in multi-language formats. So yeah, there's so much cool stuff in there that people just don't. Once they get in, they might click around, but we need to get them in, get their foot in that door.
Sure.
And that's one of the things that I don't care if it's Penn, Ohio, or if it's the Buckeye chapter. This is all about sharing the knowledge. Our competition comes in the cable games. We get that out of our system in the cable games. But man, we want to share, and we want to really, to bring this full circle, make everybody smarter and better.
Yeah. No, man, I love it. And Jeff, by the way, I truly appreciate your time. I look forward to seeing you up on the stage, man. I'm going to be capturing you the entire time. I know you guys are you and Nicole are going to just bang it out of the park. It's going to be fantastic. So, guys, make sure you check out the full-length video here at CLC. We'll have it posted up on the YouTube site. And then you're going to have these as a separate post, so you can come in and meet Jeff and meet Nicole and get to learn a little bit more about our board members here and what they're bringing to the table, what they care about, and frankly, getting to learn and meet them as a person. So Jeff, once again, thank you so much for your time, sir. I greatly appreciate it.
Thank you, John.
Yes, sir.